So I just pulled over. It looks like one of these, this property right here is potentially vacant. I'm gonna just kind of share with you here. You tell it's got tall grass, and you just really don't have any of those personal things around. Now you do see the trash cans up on here, but I'm looking down the street and I also see that there's trash cans out. And I love always driving on trash day because, you know, you just look for the garbage cans that aren't out. Okay, so this one just feels vacant. You know, it's definitely one that I want to go ahead and pull up in REIPro. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to REIPro.com. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to go to the quick lookup, okay? And my goal is to see if this property is actually vacant, meaning that does the homeowner's tax bill address actually here, or is it somewhere else? And it does appear that this particular owner does live out of the area. So this is one that I'm going to go ahead and save this property to the system. And I'm going to keep doing this for a few hours. I'm going to take that whole list and I'm going to start marketing and going through the process as we work through these executable steps. So not too bad. We actually just got started. So let's get some more. So I just drove by this, actually drove past the property and turned around to come back because I definitely want to pick this one up. This is actually very vacant, and let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, it is overgrown. There is nobody living in that property. So we're going to get this address and look up the owner on this one. So we just drove up to another one. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So as you can see two trash cans, but it just looks neglected. This also could be another type of property that might be a rental property, an absentee owner. I'm definitely going to pull that address up in REIPro and see what we can find as well. All right, so just found another property. One thing I want to point out here, I want to show you what I'm seeing. You see it's trash day out here, and those trash cans are just kind of hanging out. But when you look at the property, there's nothing there, right? So there's not much of hoses, pots, plants, anything of that nature that really shows that somebody actually lives there. And that's why we're going to use REIPro on this one as well. We're going to use the quick lookup, and then we're going to see if the actual owner lives here. Now, even if this property is rented out, it doesn't mean that the owner doesn't want to sell it. So it still could be a great lead for us, but definitely does not appear that somebody lives there. So we'll add that one to the list. So when you're driving these neighborhoods, you know, the first thing I want to do is make sure that I've mapped out the right area. And I like to drive what we call C neighborhoods. So that's going to be kind of the middle of the road, price range, income range. It's where the majority of people are going to live, and maybe just a little bit below. And the reason being is that's where you're going to see all of those distress situations. You generally are going to, you know, find your wholesale deals in those two markets. Now, you could go down to a D neighborhood, but again, that's usually going to be a property wholesale to a landlord, somebody that wants to buy it really, really cheap and rent the property out for cash flow. So make sure that you do target market your area. I always like to get a map and definitely highlight some different areas that I see could be good potential neighborhoods to check out. Because, and another thing is, make sure you hit every street. I think that's, sometimes we just skip streets, and I want to make a 100% college effort into hitting every single street, even though it may be a smaller area that you're hitting. Just be sure that you do hit every single street, because it's going to be that one property that just stands out, that makes you money. And, you know, every time I see a dead end, I want to go down the dead end. I couldn't tell you how many deals I've done at a dead end. So make sure you map the area out. Keep your eyes open for those small things. And although the house may have the yard mode, I want you to look for some of those personal things that just, like this particular property right here. I'm going to spin around real quick. It just kind of looks a little empty right here. And this particular property may be potentially vacant. Now you can see on the side there, you can see that hose reel. There's no hose on there. And those are those personal things that I want to look out for, pay attention to as I'm driving. It's not always going to be the obvious things, such as boarded up windows. Okay, so a lot of times, you know, the property could be vacant. Maybe they're in between tenants. It could be a vacation property. Maybe they don't want it anymore. Maybe somebody had died in the family. They're looking to pass the property on. There are so many different reasons of things to look for, but just keep your eye out. And I think the more that you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So keep driving the areas. Number one, it's going to find deals. Number two, you're going to learn your target market much better. You're going to understand what homes sell for, what homes rent for. And although we're looking for wholesaling deals, one of your deals may end up turning into a lease option or a potential seller finance. So always look at it from an approach, hey, I found a distressed home, or at least looks distressed. Maybe nobody lives there, and they may be interested in selling. And I think if you can consistently do this, you know, when I got started, I did it every day because I had to. I know a lot of people have jobs and so forth, but you have to consistently get out there. You should set at least a couple hours. So each time you do it, set a couple of hours. If you could do it 2 days a week, that would be great. Some people may only be able to do it 1 day a week. But at the end of the day, you got to get out there, because you're going to find some of these hidden opportunities that could turn into great deals for you. So get out into the neighborhoods and start driving.